So here's the hard truth. Most couples are quietly building resentment for one another every day over little things, unspoken truths, and small sacrifices. We've been there. And if you don't learn to name it and break the pattern, resentment will eat your relationship alive.
Hello everyone. Today we're going to share the exact process we spot a resentment before it explodes. In 13 years of marriage, this has saved us many times, and I'm sure it's going to be helpful to you as well.
Yeah, because resentment is not, it doesn't need to be a destructive force. Resentment is a teacher. Resentment is a feedback system. It's showing you something.
Yeah.
It's pointing out that there's something that matters, that needs to be spoken about. There's something that is unsaid. There's something that's unresolved. And little by little, it can build up.
Yeah, it makes you feel uncomfortable somewhere in your body. It doesn't stay right with you. You have to express that. You can't just simmer in it and open a tab on your partner, because that's not gonna take you any place good.
Yeah.
For instance, I remember with him when I was breastfeeding my second child, and that day I was just destroyed. I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed. She's crying, not wanting to fall asleep, and he was on his phone. And I remember at that moment, I felt the resentment creep in, and I didn't say anything. I decided not to say anything. And then I felt like a wall went up, you know? And in most cases, when walls come up, then it's gonna be the next wall and the next wall, and you know, it's unresolved issue that you just shoved out under the rug that's not gonna go away.
Whereas in the moment, the best thing to have done would have been to just say how you felt.
Yeah, babe, drop your phone. I'm right here. Hi. For instance.
Even if I was doing something important or not important, I think it goes in every way. As long as you voice how you're feeling in the moment, then in a relationship where you can be honest and you have to build that, you can just speak your mind, and then nothing is going to build up.
Exactly. It just always boils down to communication. If you don't communicate, the problem's not going to go away. It's going to build up. You have to communicate. You have to feel free to express your feelings and thoughts at any point with your partner. Mandatory.
And sometimes that resentment that you're beginning to feel, right, it'll show up in certain ways. So like, what are some of the ways that you may see it?
Signs of resentment could be, you know, moments at which I catch myself becoming sarcastic, or I have this passive aggressive comments.
Or you're short with your partner.
Yeah, or I'm like withholding affection. For whatever reason, I've decided that I am entitled to withhold my affection.
Or you begin to start noticing all of the things that may piss you off, and they're going to continue to add on to that. You're going to start noticing all of these things instead of noticing all of the beautiful things.
Exactly, yeah, because you focus all of a sudden when they start piling, right? So you focus all of a sudden is noticing all the things that are pissing you off, and you're completely blind to all the good things that are happening, all the good things that your partner is bringing on the table. So in those moments, when you spot those signs, my advice will be to just be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that is bothering me that I'm not saying out loud? Try to pinpoint it, and then when you have the answer, just go to your partner and be like, hey, we gotta talk. So this is my issue, this is how I feel, tell me what you think about it. Like, we have this system of getting over these moments when we ask two specific questions. And one of the question is, what can we do to fix it? And the other question is, what can we do to prevent this from happening again, going forward? Because, you know, your relationship is like a ship that is, you know, passing through the sea of love. And when there is an issue within your relationship, that's an issue on your ship.
Yep.
And the two captains have to sit down and address the issue so the ship doesn't sink, right? The idea is to fix it so we can continue floating in the sea of love without sinking. It's not about pointing fingers, it's not about being in denial, it's not about whose fault it is. This is all besides the point. The focus is, we have an issue, let's focus on the solution. Simple as that. So when you remember that the goal is love, and then you approach any conversation, the conversations are civilized, to say the minimum, you know. It's just a conversation, constructive one, that helps you fix your issue, you feel heard, you feel seen, and you move forward, you move on, you know, happy that has been taken off your shoulders, the load.
You know, when you have the same goal, nobody wants to see the other person feel a certain way that is not good, where they're holding something in and they can't speak their minds, or there's an issue that's building up, or for you to see your partner in a way that is not in a good light.
Yeah, they're not
and it
happy.
can happen. These things it's a natural process.
All the time. There is so many factors, outside factors, that can, bring noise into the relationship. It's normal.
You don't get your way, you feel wronged, something is off, you're gonna assign blame. And it seems that people like to assign blame before they do it on themselves, or before they start to reflect.
Blaming the partner is the easiest thing.
Even though it's not really about blame, right? You shouldn't really be blaming anybody, but
no.
I like to start with, whenever I feel something creeping up that you can call resentment, I have this sort of in the flow system where I stop and I start reflecting. Is this something that is a me thing? Is this something that I need to work on? Is this right because I'm choosing to feel a certain way about something?
Yeah.
Is it something that I can resolve myself, or is it something that I need to speak with Silvia about too? And even if it's something that I can resolve myself, if you have a great relationship with your partner where everything is you can be honest about everything.
Yeah.
You're not hiding anything. Mm-hmm. You should be able to say anything about how you feel, and the other person is going to help you find the right path.
Yes, you should feel comfortable.
But if you hold it in, forget not reflecting on it. But if you don't share it with your partner and you don't reflect on it, it's just going to build up, like you said, in brick after brick, and it's just going to be a lot to then try to break down. You're going to have built a lot of walls. Mm-hmm. And that will cause, like we were saying, it will eat away at your relationship. You'll start focusing on all the negative things. Your thoughts will be consumed with things that are that you're unhappy about, and things that you haven't said, and things that you haven't resolved. And you can't have this type of baggage in a healthy relationship, in a healthy marriage. It's never going to work.
That's true. I agree.
That's not a creative environment. That's not an environment where you can build together. That's not an environment where you can have children together. That's not an environment where you can go on adventures together. If you can't even communicate about the things that are right there in the moment bothering you.
Yes, if you can't communicate, then you're gonna probably need some extra help. Some neutral, could be counseling, could be, just communication is everything. Without it, you can't resolve anything, and you can't build anything. So just ask yourself, is there anything in your relationship that is currently quietly building resentment and making you feel uncomfortable? And then name it, say it out loud, and then ask yourself, okay, but does this belong in my relationship for real? Or can I let it go?
It's best to let it go. Life is easier that way.
Unless it's really bothering you. Okay, so this is from us for today. Comment and share, please, this with someone that needs to hear that. And we'll see you soon.
Till next time.